Welcome one, welcome all to the Funhouse. I am Uncle Salty. This is episode 12, and it's playtime. For this show, I will be unboxing, reviewing, and talking about the Masters of the Universe Origins, Mosquitor. The Origin line is paying homage to the vintage figures from the 1980s. They make them almost identical with some differences, and I'll show you what they are as we go. First, let's start with the box. And as you can see, it looks like the vintage 1980s box, the red bursting rocks in front of the blue sky with the classic Masters of the Universe logo at the top. It even has a cartoon of the figure in the upper right-hand corner of the box, just like the last run of figures in which this figure was a part of in the 1980s. The next thing that's noticeable is they give them the deluxe treatment, an oversized box with a lot of accessories. Turn the box around, and just like the 1980s Masters of the Universe toy line, you have a marvelous painting at the top of the box where it shows Mosquitor, and it looks like he's draining Fisto's energy. You can even see battle bones in the background. Just like the 1980s Masters of the Universe toy line, you have a cross-sell for some of the figures in the line, and you also have 3 panels on the side to show some of the features for this figure. Now, you may have noticed that I call him Mosquitor, just a quirky little thing that I've always done with this character. I just feel the letter Q is underutilized and underappreciated, so I always like to emphasize the letter Q when I say his name. So let's get Mosquitor out of the box and see what this figure has to offer. I'm going to take a nice sharp little blade, and so it's going to take a moment, but just be patient, and we're going to get this figure out of the box momentarily. We'll set his accessories off to the side here. And we'll pull this out. And you can see, just like the vintage Masters of the Universe toy line, you have a nice little mini comic to go along with your figure. Pull the figure out of the box here. And one thing I did forget to mention, you even have the Evil Horde logo on the front of the packaging as well. Getting the Mosquitor out of his little plastic tray. And there is Mosquitor. Head articulation, we'll start with the articulation. Head articulation moves side to side, moves up and down. It's on a ball joint. Movement at the shoulders, 360-degree rotation on the arms. Swivel at the waist. Movement at the thighs. Swivel at the boot cut. He has these crazy space boots on. And let's check out how tall Mosquitor is. He stands at just a little over 5.5 inches tall. The original toys were 5 to 5.5 inches tall. Here's Tongue Lasher, and this is an original 1980s Masters of the Universe toy. And you can see he stands at 5 inches tall. And just for fun, we're going to bring in a third figure. We'll stand them all alongside one another. And this is from the 2002 toy line of Masters of the Universe, Cyclone. And he stands at 6 inches tall. So, as I said, the Origins figures end up being almost identical to the original 1980s figures from the Masters of the Universe, and there are some differences. The first difference, as you can see, this is 5 inches tall, and this is a little over 5.5 inches tall. One thing I should bring Cyclone back into the frame here. One thing about all three of these figures, they all have a sweet action feature. And we'll get to Mosquitor's sweet action feature in a moment. And that's one of the things that, especially as a child, what I really liked about the Masters of the Universe toys is not every single one of them, but a lot of them had special action features which made them, unique to the figure itself. I don't know if it's going to show up on the screen, but as you can see on the back, you have a little button, and it does work. We'll see if it shows up on the screen, but by pressing the button on the back, you can see the red liquid, which is supposed to be blood, just like a mosquito when it zaps you. So that's the reason that I had to get this figure, was that sweet action feature. Now, as you can see, it comes with an extra open hand for his purple gun, which I forgot to get out of the package. And the head, as I said before, it's on a ball joint, so you just pop the head off, and you can pop the new head on, hopefully. Simple, maybe. There we go. And this head, by the way, is from the 1980s comic book line. He was in issue number 8, and that is where this design for the head is actually from. So it's pretty cool to me that they incorporated this. It's got a very interesting texture to the head, and something I always wondered as a child is if this was a helmet on his head, and it actually is. So it's kind of cool that they cleared that up and made that part of the new toy. Now this right here, you pop that on the nose like this, and do you pop it on like this? I don't know. Oh no, actually, sorry, you pop it on like this. Okay, there we go. And you take and you can see it's pretty heavy, so it drags the head down quite a bit. But what you do is you connect this to well, now I took it off, but we'll set him off to the side for a moment. And we'll snap this on a figure to start, and then we'll put it on. There we go. Just like that. And it's supposed to give the illusion that he's sapping all of the energy from another character. It's kind of a neat little added feature to give to the toy, and if you're a kid, it helps your imagination grow. So that's kind of neat. I hope you enjoyed the show today, and I just want you to know I like to reminisce with people I don't know.